Hello, and welcome to another Win Daily Sports Show. My name is Michael Brazil. I got my man Ghost here with me, and we are breaking down this beautiful, wet Wednesday slate of NBA games. We got a huge 10-gamer. We got a lot of bets for you. We're going to be breaking down the DFS side of it as well as always. Make sure if you haven't already, smash the hell out of that like button, please. If you have not already, subscribe to our page, subscribe to HNB Media. We are here. We're bringing you everything that you need in terms of NBA betting and DFS. And windailysports.com/chat. Threw you for a loop there. windailysports.com/chat. There it is. 7 free days in the expert Discord chat where we talk about sports and help you win a lot of money. Ghostman, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, bro. How about yourself?
It's a good day to be alive. I only had to shovel for like 45 minutes today.
That's
so
not bad. Not that bad compared to the past 24 hours. Not bad at all.
I woke up. It was still snowing. I was a little pissed off about that. Thankfully, everything was covered and the sun got rid of it, and we're good to go. So we're going to be breaking down the DraftKings slate here for you. We're going to bring up DraftKings. We were told, got a little feedback. We were told, bring it up. People want to see it. Let the people see it. So we're going to let the people see it. We're going to be going game by game here. We are going to be crushing it. We got Philadelphia. We have Charlotte. I apologize. I'm also using William Hill, williamhill.com, promo code WinDailyRF. You get a $500 risk-free bet. And Ghost is going to give you a lot of PRAs and a lot of points. You're going to parlay them together, and you're going to make a lot of money with that. We got the Sixers favored by 7.5, over-under of 224. What are you liking from this game? Terry Rozier out. PJ Washington out. LaMelo Ball starting? Huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of news on this slate. A lot of teams on back-to-backs. We had some last night, some early news, and then obviously throughout the day it's rolling in. And then in the past hour, it's been really, really rolling in a lot. So one of which is Terry Rozier now being ruled out. LaMelo Ball getting the start. And one of my favorite plays from a GPP standpoint today is going to be Miles Bridges, actually on the lower end. So I'll let everybody else flock to both Devontae Graham and LaMelo Ball and let everyone else focus on the fact that Terry Rozier is out, when the real impact here is more that PJ Washington is out. This is a big shift for the Charlotte Hornets here, with Gordon Hayward likely shifting to the 4 and Miles Bridges shifting to the 3. So no matter what they put on that piece of paper when they submit their starting lineup, I'm telling you, Gordon Hayward's going to play the 4. Miles Bridges is going to play the 3. That's the way that he plays well with LaMelo Ball. The two of these guys have really good chemistry coming off the bench together. Now they're in the starting lineup together. Could wreak some havoc in this game. I like it.
I like that. I think I took Sixers minus 7.5 too. How do you feel about that?
I like it because Joel Embiid is one of, if not my favorite player on the entire slate.
Yeah, dude,
Joel Embiid's gonna absolutely smash here. You can pick on this Charlotte front court as much as you want, but now when you're talking about a guy that's arguably top 3 for NBA MVP right now in the first third of the season, Joel Embiid's in a smash spot, and anytime that he's 10K or below that, you'll love to see it. And this is one of my player props for today. I'm going over 26.5 points for Joel Embiid.
Cash it. WilliamHill.com, promo code WinDailyRF. Take that $500 risk-free bet. Cash it. Parlay it. Sixers 7.5.
No, we got a lot.
Sixers 7.5, and then Joel Embiid over 26.5 points. You love to see it, folks. All right, let us go on and on and on. We have the Indiana Pacers. We have the Milwaukee Bucks. Play DeMontis Sabonis. Don't worry, Ghost. I got you covered, buddy. I got you covered. Bucks are favored by 9 at home. Over under of 233.5. Ooh, you really love that. I took Pacers. Pacers plus 9. I'm on it. I'm in it. What do you got from this game, Ghost Man? What do you like?
Yeah, that's one of 2 spread bets that I'm doing. Mostly, you guys know I dabble more in player props from that standpoint. But when I see a spread that I absolutely love, I definitely hammer it. And one of them being Pacers plus 9.5. This was the spot that reminded me. I forget who they were playing. It was a couple weeks ago when I told everyone to smash Pacers plus 3.5, and they actually ended up winning by like 15 that night. So this is another spot where, you know what, this Milwaukee bench is absolutely terrible. We're talking about a 1-2 punch between Domantas Sabonis and Malcolm Brogdon that can absolutely wreak havoc here. I mean, yes, Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be there to guard the paint, and obviously we know what he's doing on the defensive end. This guy wins Defensive Player of the Year as much as he wins MVP. So as much as Giannis is going to be out there defending the paint, Domantas Sabonis spends a lot of his time outside the paint and actually behind the 3-point line running a pick and roll with Malcolm Brogdon. And you know what? It's working really well for that offense right now. I can't wait to see what it looks like when Karis LeVert actually gets into that rotation. Thankfully, he's healthy as well. That's that's amazing news that you love to see off the court as well for the Pacers. Things are clicking here. I've said it time in and time out that I like this team in the Eastern Conference for the chance to actually make it out of the conference and head to the NBA Finals. And it starts right here in a marquee matchup versus Giannis and the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm excited for Karis LeVert to finally come back. I mean, shout out, super, super happy to hear that he is getting healthy. I think it was something with his kidney, if I'm not mistaken. There was like a growth there. They didn't seem too concerned. Obviously, if you hear anything like that, it doesn't sound great, but everybody seemed pretty chill about it. Sit out, get the test. It looks like he is going to be good to go. I'm excited. Him, Brogdon, Sabonis. I mean, that's a fun 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm not going to call it a big 3, of course, but that's a nice 3-ish. Medium 3. I like extra medium 3. How about that?
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
I love it. All right, chat. Yeah, guys, I need more people in the chat. We got a question here from Julian. What's your core GPP plays for tonight, Ghost?
Nothing's really changed from the article. There's one game that I believe it's the next game on the slate that we're about to talk about that I love attacking. But not so much game stacking today. More so, there's 2 games that I would stack. One of them is going to be, like I said, pretty sure it's the next game that we're going to talk about, and one of them is actually at night. Outside of that, there's just a couple individual plays that you mentioned that are just way too underpriced for their sittings. One of which was Joel Embiid in that first game. I like guys like Miles Bridges as well. We're talking about guys that are under 5% on here, right? So obviously I can talk about the Hamidou Diallos and the Theo Maledons and all these guys, but pushing 30, 40, 50% ownership, those are not going to be guys that really move the needle for you. So I'm focusing on the really low owned plays today because all these chalk plays are in good spots, and I'm probably eating a lot of it. I'm getting different at the top of my lineup.
I reached out to Tums to sponsor every time we say eating the chalk. They didn't respond, unfortunately. So if anybody knows somebody at Tums, I think it's P&G or J&J, one of those dumbass conglomerates. Sabonis, Brogdon, Giannis game stack.
Yeah, I mean, you have the best player in the NBA in that stack, and then you also have Giannis. So it makes sense.
Very nice. Very nice, Ghost. I like that. I love that you stick to your guns too, man. I was appreciating.
Pretty sure it worked out fairly well last night.
You have been, yeah. Brian, Michael Scott.
The Brooklyn stack actually hit pretty well too.
Yeah, dude.
It's literally roulette with picking 2 out of the 3. Kyrie went off, and so did James Harden, but man, it's tough to.
Adam and I, we had that teaser, which we didn't need to tease it apparently, but literally with less than a minute, they didn't even hit the 236 yet. It was at like 230. And I was like, oh shit, this is going to lose. The other game, it was already at like 190 at halftime. I was like, I'm comfortable with that one. Yeah. And I wasn't watching. I was just paying attention along in the ESPN app. And it was like, Jeff Green fouled somebody for some reason. And then just some stupid shit happened. And all of a sudden it hit the actual over. It hit like 244. I was like, how the frig did that happen?
The last minute of Brooklyn games are absolutely crazy.
And they scored like legitimately 15 points in the last minute to hit the over. It was nuts. I didn't bitch out and cash out this time. I just hit it. We had the over in the other game too. That was a joke. So worked out. We had who did we have? We had Celtics last night that cashed.
Yeah.
Your Raps actually won. So kudos.
Yeah, surprise.
And then
took Fred VanVleet took Fred VanVleet to shoot like 29 for 30 from deep, but a win's a win.
Hey buddy. However it comes. Here we go. I actually ate chalk in 5th grade. Not cool. So I know this show is supposed to be short, but I have a really, really terrible thing that I would like to get off my chest in front of all of you. Ghost, is that all right?
Yes, of course.
So when I was a sophomore in high school, I thought it would be hilarious to empty a pixie stick, grind down some chalk, put chalk back into the pixie stick, and then walk around to all my friends and ask them if they wanted some pixie stick. So I literally just kept walking up to people, dump chalk in their mouth. Legitimately, I did it to probably about 10 people. It was hilarious.
Things changed.
I am actually not like angry about it, but I'm okay with it. Dallas and Atlanta. This one should be absolutely bonkers. Dallas favored by 1.5 on the road. I took Mavs money line. We'll see how that goes. Over under 223. Why does that number feel so low? Why is this game not like a 245 total? What's going on?
It is low, and I was about like when I started texting you those bets, they were coming in like one at a time, and then I just sent you that like long list of PRAs because I was like, this is just something that I'm slamming. But all these spreads, I was looking one by one, and then one of the things I had typed, I was about to hit send, I was like, wait a second, we're gonna talk about this one because this one doesn't feel right. I feel like this one's gonna go over 240. Like this one could really, really shoot out when we're talking about two teams that the opposition's offensive playing style doesn't match their defensive playing style at all, and it actually picks on what they struggle on, it's a game that could really light up. And then you want a narrative for a Big 10 game NBA slate. How about two guys that are going to be joined at the hip for their entire careers because they were traded for one another? And Atlanta's forever saying that, we could have had Luka Doncic, and then Mark Cuban sitting there saying, hey, I just got Luka Doncic for the next 15 years. So one nice narrative. How about the two guys that got traded for each other on draft day?
You really love to see that narrative. So what do you excuse me, what are you looking at here? I mean, Luka, it's hard to not go with Luka any game, right? Like you can kind of respect it. But he hasn't, this 86 is nice and the 66 is nice, but outside of that, it's a bunch of 40s, which when you're paying almost 11K, it's hard to justify only getting 49 points, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're playing a guy like him, and we were talking about Kevin Durant and James Harden and Kyrie Irving, a little less Kyrie Irving last night just because he was 8,800, I believe. So it's more so in that $9,000 underpriced stud range. But when we're talking about paying $11,000 for Luka Doncic, you want that 70-plus point game. You want him to drop a 35-point triple-double and go absolutely nuclear and really break the slate to the point where you're like, man, if I don't have Luka Doncic, I'm barely cashing tonight. If I'm lucky to cash if I don't have Luka Doncic tonight. And I really do feel like tonight's one of those games. Very rarely do I rate this guy up just because not only is it self-explanatory why you could play Luka Doncic against anybody, but when we're seeing these price tags and we're seeing the ownership draw to guys that are, again, underpriced, we're seeing Sabonis at 8,300, like Jaylen Brown's at 79, Jason Tatum's at 89. We're going to talk about that Boston duo in one of my favorite games at the end. There's only so much salary to go around where people kind of just overlook the guys with the highest ceilings on an NBA slate on any given night. And I really do feel like in this spot where Kristaps Porzingis has been constantly floating on the outside, and, he's not getting to the inside of the paint at all. I don't know if he's 100%. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's just a change of playing style of what Dallas is looking for. But Clint Capella is going to feast on this defensive interior all night long because Porzingis is not there. He's constantly guarding the perimeter. And even on the offensive end, he's on the perimeter. So Clint Capella is not going to go out there to go and get on Porzingis, but it leaves Luka a lot of one-on-ones and a lot of pick and rolls with the amount that Porzingis is floating out there. So I'm really liking Luka in this spot. And on the Atlanta side, I'm okay with double stacking both Trae Young and Clint Capella. I'm not getting any value pieces from this game, really. It's more so just that big three, and that's it.
Look at, I know we're not box score watchers, but if you can scroll the whole way and only see two games where Luka outscores Trae, it's definitely something to pay attention to because you're saving an extra $1,000. And I really like the fact that you're looking at it from the inside game. KP is not going to be there. As you said, he's just not there. You watch the film, you watch the games. It makes it a lot easier if Clint Capella is going to get his 20 and 20. I think that part is pretty important.
We're talking about a guy like Trae Young who drives at the third highest rate in the entire NBA. And, we're talking about a guy that doesn't actually release a lot of three-pointers. He constantly pump fakes just drawing 3 fouls, and he heads to the free throw line and gets 3 easy points. Like it's constantly like that. So we're talking about a guy that's getting to the free throw line at an absurd rate right now, where if James Harden wasn't in the league anymore, we'd be saying the exact same conversation, just replacing James Harden with Trae Young. So he's in a really good spot tonight.
Capella or Embiid on FanDuel?
That's a really tough question. I literally wrote in my article, that's it. That's the tweet. Just play these two guys. I'm not playing anybody else at the center position. Right now, I do have Embiid, though.
Love it. Can you read this?
No.
Me neither.
If it's close to Italian, I can. That was not close to Italian, so I can.
Is Winston too cute of a pivot from Ish if it gets me Beal, Embiid, and Bam?
If we're talking GPP, you need to go Garrison Matthews over Winston, and then do Beal, Embiid, and Bam.
Matthews here. This is just a sweet. I had Kyrie at 4%, and Curry at 4%.
We mentioned on the show yesterday about that Golden State Boston game going overlooked, and it went nuts. Like Curry just played like Curry. I don't know how else to explain it, really. And it could be round 2 again tonight in this Boston game.
You'll love to see it.
Forgot in that game, Luka over 45.5 PRA, points, rebounds, and assists.
I already took it. So hopefully everyone else gets on there too. Get on it, people. We love these PRAs. All right, let's move on. We have the Knicks. We have the Bulls. Yikes. Knicks, Bulls at home -2, over under of 218. Julius Randle, I think, did pretty well last night, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually wrote up Julius Randle as well. I do prefer him on Fanduel, where he's only 8,600 today. His price keeps dropping, and he's the perfect tournament pivot to Domantas Sabonis. I actually like playing both of them because if I'm breathing, I'm playing Domantas Sabonis. So I'm actually playing the two of them together tonight, and no one's really going to play Julius Randle on Fanduel just because Sabonis is only $200 more, right? So when we're talking about a guy that's going up against one of, if not the weakest front courts in the entire NBA, I talk about it every time Chicago's playing, that this is the spot to attack them. And you know what? When Satoransky and Dunn were on their defensive run, like even last year or a couple of years ago, the guard spot was pretty easy to avoid against Chicago, and you just constantly picked on them in the paint. And now that they're weak on the outside too, just because it's Zach LaVine and Kobe White who don't play defense, people tend to forget just how bad this interior is. So I really do like Julius Randle in this spot, and also IQ Emmanuel Quickly, who's likely getting the start again over Alfred Payton. That's just the way Tibbs is. Tibbs gonna Tibbs. Once you fall out of that rotation, it's very hard to get back in it. So we're seeing IQ getting 30+ minutes. I'm sure Ash is absolutely thrilled about that. She's been calling on that for weeks. So hopefully it really is his time to take the ball and run with it literally at that point spot. And it alleviates a lot of pressure off of RJ Barrett. And you know what? He's looked really good in the past couple games and severely underpriced on DK at 5,500.
100%. Going back a couple games, do you like Biyombo?
If it's not a center named Embiid or Capella, I'm not playing them tonight.
There you go. This person,
I'm talking like pure centers, like not dual position. Like obviously Sabonis is center. If you play Sabonis at center, I'm going to say yes. But if when we're talking about guys that are just center, if it's not Embiid or Capella, I'm not playing them.
I love it. I love it. Moving on, we have the Clippers. We have the Cavs. Clippers favored by 9, but this is a back-to-back. So is Kawhi Leonard actually gonna play?
I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. I mean, he's played one back-to-back in the past 3+ years, and it was this season. So
2 in the same season.
I'd be shocked if he played in this game, especially after what he did last night against Brooklyn. He went hard out there. He had a really good game. So almost 40 minutes for Kawhi last night. I don't see him playing in this game. I'm avoiding it altogether. The one and only guy I'm playing from this game is Colin Sexton. I wrote him up. You could ask Pavi or TPJ. Clippers struggled tremendously against primary ball handlers. Colin Sexton fits that bill. You saw what Kyrie did to them last night. You saw what James Harden did to them last night, both of them in the same game. You saw what De'Aaron Fox did to them. You saw what all these primary ball handlers do against the Clippers night in and night out. Colin Sexton's that guy, and he's going to be extremely overlooked coming in under 5% owned on a slate like this. If you're going in the mid-range, Colin Sexton's my guy tonight.
There we go. I love it. Here we go. Luka or Giannis, straight up.
Luka.
Oh, I'm going to put this up here, but I know the answer. Well, it's cash. Maybe I don't know the answer. Do I know the answer?
Of course you know the answer.
Okay. DeJounte Murray. How about that?
There we go.
How do you feel about Grant Williams as a value pick? We'll get to the Boston game in a little bit, right?
We'll get to the Boston game. We'll talk about that. I have a lot to say about that.
Drea, what's up? Sexton in your large field GPP lineup?
Yes, he is.
There you go, Drea. There you go. Just ask specific question, guys. Ghost isn't going to lie to you. He's not going to lie to you. Washington.
I find it funny because she posts her lineup in Discord after, and it's like one player off of mine. And she's and I was like, yes, you'll love to see it.
You'll love to see it, man. You're teaching people. She's super smart. She comes with her own ideas. I love when I see
messages like that. That's for sure.
It's definitely fun. She's an awesome family member here at Win Daily Sports. She's won a lot of money with us, and hopefully that continues to happen. We have Washington. We have Miami. Miami favored by 9.5. Woo! That is a lot. We already have some news from this one, if I'm not mistaken. We have Westbrook is out. Hero is questionable. Dragic is out. Thomas Bryant's still out. Hopefully he gets better soon. Vincent out. I mean, a lot of people not available in this one. Are we just firing up Bradley Beal at that? I mean, he's going to get 40 shots, right?
Yeah. So this is a spot that everyone knows I love to hammer, and this is why I'm really questioning it now. Is because all day I've had this pit in my stomach saying, what if Spo just throws Jimmy Butler at him and says, you want to beat us? Let Garrison Matthews beat us. Let Ish Smith beat us. Let Rui Hashimura beat us.
But in that case, does that just mean Bradley Beal only gets 20 shots then?
No, he'll still take, the volume will still be there. It's just when Jimmy Butler's all up in your grill, it's frustrating, man. It's like I've seen what this guy does to players on a nightly basis, and he really gets into people's heads. So I'm still playing Bradley Beal. It's a smash spot, but I have a lot less of him than I normally would on another slate where Russ is out, just because with the amount of value that opened up, especially with the Washington value, it's like the perfect leverage for me. Where I'm not playing Beal, I'm playing the Washington value, so it lines up perfectly. I do love Bradley Beal in the spot. Obviously, Russ is out. He's gonna take 40 shots. He'll probably still drop 35, but it's just Jimmy Butler all up in your face. I don't know. It's he's just underpriced for me to play him. Like, you have to play him on DraftKings in some shape or form. In some lineups, you have to get exposure to him. On Fanduel, I'm gonna be out. He's almost 11 grand. It's a little bit ridiculous, but on DK at 9,900, I really do like him. And then the rest is on the value side. If you need to know who I'm talking about, just check the model. They're all up there.
All up there. A couple questions. Caleb Martin or Satoransky?
I'm not playing either of them, but there are pivots in that range. Guys like Devin Vassell, guys like Garrison Matthews. Yeah, those would be the two that come to mind, but there are a couple more. I saw a couple 3K punts at the top of the model.
Check the model, people. All right. Well, we have only a couple games left, so that means it's the perfect time to get to our ad read. Shout out to our friends over at Manscaped for sponsoring this show. Valentine's Day is upon us, fellas. Make sure you're ready for Make sure you're ready for wherever the night may take you. For some reason, I'm never going to be able to read that sentence correctly. Our friends at Manscaped, the global leaders in men's below the waist grooming, are here to tell you that you need to use the best tools for the job so you can be ready for anything on this special, special day. And 2 million men, myself and Ghost included, are already trusting Manscaped products to groom. Make sure you're one of them. Join the club, guys. Join the club. Your girl can't think of what to get you this year? Tell her to get you the gift that gives her and yourself a nice time. Best way to get started is with the Manscaped Perfect Package. You get it full of the best products to keep you looking, smelling, and feeling nice. Of course, they have the Lawnmower 3.0. We've talked about that many times. Advanced skin-safe technology features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce those grooming accidents. It's waterproof. You can do it in the shower. It's got a sweet light on it so you can see everything. It's absolutely fantastic. They also give you Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver, which is some stuff that you put on your boys from sweating, smelling, and sticking down there to your leg. These products smell great, and their manly scent is attractive, if you know what I mean. Happy Valentine's Day, gentlemen. The Perfect Package 3.0 will also come with a pair of Manscaped boxers. Ghost, how incredible are those boxers?
They're really comfortable.
Right?
Really comfortable.
Like super comfortable.
Really comfortable.
Easily one of my
I was a little surprised how comfortable they are.
I was very, very excited when I put them on, and they were absolutely fantastic. So you get some of those, which is fantastic. High-performance anti-chafing boxers, and complete your grooming game with the refined cologne signature scent by Manscaped, which is the same signature scent, all the Manscaped formula. It is the perfect complement to the collection. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. You get 20% off and free shipping with promo code WINDAILY at manscaped.com. Promo code WINDAILY, manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping. One more time, 20% off. Free shipping, promo code WINDAILY at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. And that's exactly how Brent Musburger says it. So that's exactly how I'm going to continue to say it. All right, Drea, with more large field GPP questions. Mini stack of Fox and Brown. Ghost, what do you say? Drea, she figured it out.
I'd Tatum and Sexton.
There you go. I think I forgot. We had a couple lineups that I missed in the beginning. I apologize, guys. DraftKings, Cash, Theo, Monk, Diallo, Zion, Sabonis, Beal, Dort, and DeJounte Murray.
You got to get Zion out of there.
Why?
He's not pulling enough ownership, and I'm not chasing. I'm not chasing the Monk in game. People missed out last game.
See, we're a game ahead, people, not a game behind.
Had that at 5%. Now it's you gotta dump it after that. It's a 1 game thing, and that's it.
So
after that, let everybody else play 30% on Malik Monk. But outside of Zion, it's good.
Single entry DraftKings GPP: Luka, Maladon, G. Matthews, House, Capella, Beal, Bridges, Finney-Smith.
Move Bridges to power forward, Finney-Smith to forward, House to utility, and then get House out of there and get a better player.
Love it. Oh, here we go, Dre. All the Sexton. Yeah. All right. Sponsored by Manscaped. Did we just nope. Still have Luka, Monk, G. Matthews.
I love that.
Yeah, we're good. You're good with Monk here, though?
Good. Yeah, really good. I like it.
So why do you like it here and not there?
Because the ownership elsewhere in your lineup is really low.
Okay.
So you're okay to play if Monk comes in chalky, it's fine because you have a lot of guys under here that are not pulling ownership at all.
I'm Korean. I would appreciate. I'm sorry. It's pretty difficult for us to do that. Maybe someone in the chat will help. Anything is possible. 20 entry GPP. Trey, Beal, Matthews, Muscala, Capella, Caleb Martin, Tatum, PJ Williams.
Check the model if you can, but I would swap Muscala and Caleb Martin for Grant Williams and Devin Vassell.
There we go. We're going to be talking about this Houston. Okay, we're going to get to the Boston game, I promise. But Houston and OKC. Looks like we can get a lot of value from this game because it looks like there's a bunch of people out. So we have Shea out. We have John Wall out. Is Trevor Ariza going to play this year? I'm assuming he's not.
I don't think so, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, just trade him at some point. Nwaba, George Hill, a lot of people out. How are you looking at this game, Ghost Man?
Yeah, so and this is.
Wait, let me give the Rockets by 7 on the road, 222 over under. Sorry.
This is chalk city. The ownership in this game is absolutely ridiculous. Theo Maledon, Lou Dort, and who am I missing? Hamid and Diallo are coming in as the first, third, and fourth highest owned plays on the entire slate. I'll tell you right now, I'm not even in cash. I'm not playing all three of them. It doesn't make sense to a point where all three of them hit. You don't even need ceilings in cash, but it doesn't make sense to play all three of them. Okay, I get it. They're down to virtually a 3 or 4 man backcourt, but it doesn't make sense to play all three of these guys. Like I just can't get behind that. If you do it from an ownership perspective, then okay, 100% I agree. You need it in cash, okay, but I'm telling you myself with my cash lineup, I do play cash and I play GBP. I play both. All three of them will not be in my cash lineup because I don't feel a need to have all three of them.
Yeah, it just seems like that seems like a lot of bad chalk. Seems like
well, it's just I'm not and in GPPs, forget about it. I'm not playing. The only guy I'm playing would be one of Maledon or Diallo, based on which position you need. Maledon fits at both point guard and shooting guard, so the guard spot. And what's nice about Diallo is that he's shooting guard, small forward, so you could slot him in at guard or forward. If you're playing one of them, that's cool. I'm not playing more than one of them because I'm not spending 70+% ownership of a lineup on Hamidou Diallo and Lou Dort. Like it's just, like I don't understand. If you told me Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal's coming in 20% on today there, but like let's say Bradley Beal is 40%, and even then it's like it's 2 guys to 1, so it's a bit different, but both of them are coming in 40% on. So it's like if you're eating a 40% on Bradley Beal, I would say yeah, the Wizards blow. Russ is out, high pace, makes sense. You're playing a 40% on Lou Dort.
Too much Lou Dort slander. It feels like every day you're on here just slandering the hell out of him.
Because this guy, you could add a backboard to the left or to the right of the backboard, and he still wouldn't hit it. Like I don't care how. Like I can't get behind it. If Lou Dort burns me tonight, I sleep like a baby. It's fine. Yeah, I'll take that process 100 times out of 100.
Process, people. We're here for the process. That is why we are here.
That's it. On the Houston side, I really do like Oladipo. This is a guy that's pulling ownership that I could get behind, especially in our cash lineups and even for GPPs. He's gonna be one of, if not the only ball handler for Houston tonight. With John Wall out, they don't have a Jordan Clarkson like in Utah to be able to sub in for if Mike Conley misses. Donovan Mitchell could carry the ball. Joe Ingles could carry the ball. Like Houston doesn't have a plethora of options where they're like, hey, we have plenty of ball handlers. Who else is handling the ball for these guys? So this is a point where Victor Oladipo can dish the rock. He can score. It's a great spot for him, and he's really underpriced too. So I'm okay with playing him in both cash and GBP, but that's where my exposure pretty much ends to this game. This is mostly a cash game for me.
If there's that much chalk, I mean, there's really not much we can do about it.
Yeah, I can't get behind a 40% on OKC trio of guards. Like I get it, they're cheap. They're cheap for a reason.
Exactly.
That's it.
Cheap for a reason. Moving on, we have the Timberwolves. We have the Spurs. Spurs favored by 8 at home. Over under of 224. We have LaMarcus Aldridge out. We have D'Angelo Russell questionable. We have Naz Reid questionable. Hernan Gomez questionable. Rudy Gay is out. Jared Culver is out. That's a lot. And this game kind of looks like it stinks too.
Yeah, this is a game I completely crossed off my list. Only guys I'm playing from this game, obviously, DeJounte Murray and Devin Vassell. If you need a punt in your lineup where you're like, yeah, I need a guy that's minimum price or close to it, Devin Vassell is going to get should be getting a ton of more minutes on the wing there with Rudy Gay being out of this game.
Love it. 2 more games, and then we're going to head back to the chat for some questions. Now we are on to the Phoenix and New Orleans Pelicans game. Phoenix is favored by 3 on the road, over under of 222.5. That's a fun one. Devin Booker is questionable. Steven Adams is questionable. Saric is out. Nadir is out, and that's about all we have to care about. Talk to me. Any value, any fun plays? Point guard, what are we doing?
Nothing that really interests me in this game. I'm on the Suns minus 3.5. I think they absolutely smoked the Pelicans tonight. I won't say no to playing Chris Paul. Outside of that, you could punt Willie Hernan-Gomez if you want, but again, I'm only paying up at center. So if Steven Adams is out and you want to chase the 29-minute game from Willie Hernan-Gomez, that's you could definitely do a lot worse if you're punting center. So I'm okay with that. Outside of that, no real exposure to this game. I'm not on any of the Pelicans. And I think I'm just playing Chris Paul. That would be it.
The point guard. I
it's
think
another game. You got it. It's a 10-game slate. You got to cross off a couple of them. This is one that I'm on the Suns minus 3.5, and I don't think this game stays close at all.
Yes, and if Ghost is on it, I'm on it too. So let's get ready to rock.
On the game before that, DeJounte Murray over 26.5 PRA.
Yes,
and I forgot to mention in the very first game, Domantas Sabonis.
No, you told us
37.5. I said over 37.5.
Pretty sure. Yeah, you told us.
He's the best player in the league, so you have to take it.
Yeah, you kind of.
As long as it's like under like 89.5, you could take it.
Oh man! All right, one more game, and then we're gonna get back to some questions. The Celtics on the road on a back-to-back. Now they're in Sacramento. This is interesting. It says Kings +1. Over under 224. I got it at +1.5. I took the Kings. Should be an interesting one. We have Kemba Walker is out. Marcus Smart is out. Pritchard is out. Is this Jason Tatum lock season?
Yes, and not because the reason that people think. So Coach Brad Stevens said that if Kemba were to miss this game, which he already was talking as if he knew that he was going to miss this game, he's not going to hesitate to run Jason Tatum at point guard the entire game.
Oh.
Now you get a spot where Jason Tatum is going up against De'Aaron Fox.
Oh,
Mama, I want to go fast.
Oh no!
This is a spot for Jason Tatum to absolutely obliterate the worst defense in the NBA.
I like
this. Like, we're talking about a game that's going extremely overlooked outside of Jaylen Brown. So I'm okay with eating Jaylen Brown chalk in this stack because Jason Tatum and De'Aaron Fox people aren't playing them because everyone's going to Sabonis at the power forward position. And nobody's playing De'Aaron Fox. He's kind of in no man's land at 8,500 on DraftKings.
With
the spot, if you're you can't check your lineups till the slate's over though, because you're gonna get discouraged, and that sucks. I never want to discourage anybody. And you're definitely gonna get discouraged when you open up your DK app and it says you're winning $0 because you have Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and De'Aaron Fox waiting to play in the last game, and nobody played them. So you can't check you can't check the slate till like 1 a.m. or go to bed and check it the next day. But I'm telling you, this game has a potential that you can wake up to some serious cash.
I like that.
It's a big risk. It's a big risk, but we're talking about these large field tournaments, 40, 50, 60,000 people. You need to get an edge around these 40% owned Lou Dorts and all these other chalk plays. This is the worst defense in the NBA, and nobody's playing this game. Like, everyone gets hyped for an Atlanta-Brooklyn game. I get hyped for Sacramento Kings games because they don't play D. This is by far the worst defense in the NBA.
Say it.
Le marteau du soir. Absolutely. Jason Tatum.
So hot. Let's go, Duke. Can Jason Tatum keep up? Because De'Aaron Fox is...
He doesn't need to keep up. He could put his massive hand on his forehead if he wants to stop him. Like, it's Jason Tatum. He's huge compared to De'Aaron Fox. It doesn't matter. And I don't want Jason Tatum to play D. I don't even want him to play defense. Let him run by you. I don't care. I don't want him to play D. I'm here for the overs, and I want these guys to go back and forth and go nuts. But this is a spot where you're getting point guard Jason Tatum in one of the best matchups on any NBA slate, let alone this one.
He's not point guard eligible, is he?
No, he's power forward.
I was going to say that would have been weird. Lematu Swat.
But for some reason, yeah.
Did I say it right? Lematu Swat?
No.
Really?
You're forgetting the O part.
Where the hell? There's no O.
Yeah, it's EAU. EAU is O. That actually translates to water. Like je bois de l'eau. Je bois de l'eau.
I don't get it. We're gonna have to keep doing these. All right. Anyway, we have a little news. Miles Turner is in. Cool. Thanks, Clyde. We're gonna look at some of these lineups, and then
I'm surprised he's playing this game. I thought he would sit out.
Lematu Swa.
Close. Okay. I'll give you that one. It's close.
Okay, we'll get it. 20 entry GPP. Oh wait, we did that one. Sorry. Is Matthews in your large field GP? Oh, I don't think we did this one. Is Matthews your large field GPP 3K player ghost?
Yeah, I have. I don't know. I don't even remember how many I have. I think I have 2 or 3 of them.
There you go.
I can't remember. I have 2 or 3 of them.
Like Biggs versus Chicago. Randall thoughts GPP. Yes.
Every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
DK single entry GPP. Brogdon, Maladon, Bridges, Giannis, Jake Puddle, Dort, Sabonis, and Teague.
Yeah, like that. I can't get behind Teague tonight because I'm playing Jason Tatum, and I don't want Teague to be on the court handling the ball. I want point guard Jason Tatum tonight. So
point guard Jason Tatum. Fanduel GPP. Fox, Murray, J. Rich, Diallo, Bridges, Matthews, Point Tatum, Sabonis, and Capella.
That is so fast. Your point guards.
Damn, that would be a fun team to watch. That would be insane.
I honestly, J. Rich wasn't really on my radar, so I can't really comment on his price. But if you can get to IQ Emmanuel quickly in that second shooting guard spot, that'd be nice. But I would imagine that J. Rich is really, really cheap. So if that's what it takes to make the other 8 pieces work, then yeah, do it.
Get it. Check the model. There might be some stuff popping soon. Other lineup: McConnell, Beal, Matthews, Tatum, Scarlett, Jalen Fox, Stress.
Yeah, I don't think I could get behind Max Stress tonight just because Miami Heat wings are healthy. The main thing is that Jimmy Butler's there. So a guy like that is more when Jimmy Butler's out. If Dragic and Hero miss this game, then I guess you could take a flyer on him. It's mostly going to be Kendrick Nunn, but if the game blows out, then Stress might bang home some threes. You need Dragic and Hero to be out to play him.
Must plays in FanDuel Cash. I have Oladipo, Embiid, and Sabonis already.
Yeah, that's where it starts for me. Diallo in your second shooting guard spot as well. So I know I'm mentioning 2 shooting guards, but you need Depot and Diallo, Sabonis, Embiid, and Theo Maledon at point guard.
There you go. How are you paying up at center with large field GPP plays we talked about?
The 3K punt life. The 2-lock special.
You know how it is, Trey. FanDuel GPP, LaMelo, Ish, Diallo, DeRozan, or Sexton, K. Johnson, Bridges, Tatum, Sabonis, and Capella.
I will never play DeMar DeRozan, let alone when he's coming in 30% on.
I said Sexton for you.
LaMelo, Ish, Diallo, Sexton. These are GPPs too. Ish and Diallo are high on, but that's okay. K. Johnson, Bridges, Tatum, Sabonis. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 guys in the second one and 4 guys in the first one. Like, is it DeRozan or Sexton, and then K. Johnson, DeRozan, Bridges, Tatum, Sabonis? Yeah. And all 4 of them are with Capella? Because none of these guys are center outside of Capella. So it's Sabonis, Tatum, Bridges, K. Johnson versus LaMelo, Ish, Diallo, and Sexton. Second one, 100%.
Oh. I didn't read that correctly. Sorry, Tyler. Lematu du Soir.
Getting closer.
Okay,
Lematu du Soir.
You see, I say it and you smash it together, but when I smash it together, it doesn't work. It's just very confusing. Rashawn Holmes.
No, I'm out. For those reasons, I'm out.
With Turner in, should I fade Sabonis for Fox? Fade Sabonis. What?
Go like this. If you feel something, you don't fade Sabonis or De'Aaron Fox ever.
Do you like Teague?
No, because I'm playing point guard Tatum tonight. It's a good spot for him. It's a good spot for Teague, but see, this is the spicy thing about that thing is that you don't know if Brad Stevens is going to actually start Jason Tatum at point guard. Because ideally, the lineup would be Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams gets the start with Tice and maybe Tristan Thompson or something like that. Like Grant Williams needs to start over Teague, long story short, because we gotta go eat and we have to make lineups too. But ideally you want Grant Williams starting over Teague. If you see Teague starting, I'm going to be very sad. I'm going to be very, very sad because we want point guard Jason Tatum tonight and we want Grant Williams starting for the 3K punt life.
Love it. Draymond is in. Just some information. We appreciate that. Jayshawn Tate over Teague.
I'm going to say check the model, but I'm trying to remember. I don't remember what we have them projected for.
Check the model. Locked in lineup. Late
double check it.
Maladon, Vassell, Matthews, Achiuwa. Was that Precious, right? Embiid, Fox, Tatum, Capella. Replaced McConnell lineup.
Yeah, those back four are absolutely crazy because I'm sure people are reading this lineup and they're like, where are you spending your money? And then you look at that back four and it's absolutely nuts. I would just get Achiuwa out of there if you can. Slide in Grant Williams.
All the Heat questionable players are available, so that definitely.
Yeah, so you can't play any of these fringe guys. The Max Stresses, the Precious Achiuwas, and any of those guys are going to be out for me. It's Jimmy Butler, and that's it.
Is Robinson worth the GPP at center on Fanduel?
No, because of the amount of minutes that he's been getting lately. Tibbs hasn't been giving him the confidence that I want him to have. 4,600
player at power forward for cash, best option.
Let me check because I'm spending up there.
No, I'm saying DeRozan or Sexton as my shooting guard. Okay. So
Sexton all day. Sexton.
Yeah, it's Sexton. Yeah, I answered that one, and Derek even answered it for us. Sexton, appreciate it. Who are your core value plays for GPP?
Core value plays. I'm mixing and matching all these 3K punts. So Grant Williams, Devin Vassell, Garrison Matthews. I think those are the three that I think I have the most exposure to.
All right,
and then I am eating the chalk with one OKC player, either Maladon or Diallo, just because all my studs are under 10% on. So I'm not worried about a 40% on OKC guy in my lineup because all my studs are going to be moving the needle for me.
Love it. This is the last question, and then we're out.
Power forward for cash.
Last question.
I would try and get up to Darius Bazley. He's coming in ridiculously high owned on FanDuel. So if you're not paying up, especially for cash, you might as well eat the ownership there with Darius Bazley at 5,100.
Darius Bazley. All right. Well, thank you, Ghostman. Where can everyone find you on the internet?
At DFS_Ghost over on Twitter. And of course, with the Win Daily Sports team, windailysports.com/chat. 7 free days. Make sure you guys come and join. It's a ton of fun. We win a lot of money, but most importantly, the gift game. And we have a lot of fun.
The gift game was very, very on point today. Thank you to Manscaped. Manscaped.com, promo code WINDAILY, 20% off and free shipping. You can find me at Michael Brazil 1. You can find us at Win Daily Sports. And as Ghost said, windailysports.com/chat. 7 free days in that expert.
You're hitting me in the face there.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to everyone on the chat, for Ghostman, for myself, HNB Media TV, for everyone at Win Daily Sports. We all hope you make it a very profitable Wet Wednesday.